Okay, our key here in using the gripper is that here we have our positions, and here we have a pause time so that it doesn't skip over its open gripper command while it's moving. So we've got a delay. We have this guy hooked up.
What are you doing?
This way.
Are you getting something to hold it?
And so, when I press start,
Just get a really long, well, I guess you need more than a flat piece.
Good. There's the delay. So on this computer, we've got this wire, this Arduino cord, plugged into port 3 in this way, hooked up to our bump switch in this way. Okay, black to black. And then your code is, or well, it's not really code, but here are our steps. We're in, yeah, I've got that pro mode on. Okay, we set it to EIO05 input. Condition is value 1, so in other words, when we're pressing the button. And then when you start the program, okay, press that button. Okay, so it's working on this particular machine. I noticed, Aaron, that the plugins are colored on this one,
yeah,
like white on this one. I wonder if they are wired differently somehow.
I wonder.
Do they look exactly the same other than the,
Yeah.
other than the color, they look the same.
Yeah.
So this is the wiring diagram of the pins in the Vex, or in the Dobot. Okay, and that's just showing me what these things are right here.
Yep.
I need to stretch my hoodie.
So
And
when
this
I
is
look
the
at
bottom,
On the bottom.
the back.
oh,
See, like your EIO 12. There's what communicates with. That's what the Dobot Studio is saying. It's asking for the like the EIO.
okay. All right. Well, that's very cool. Oh
So,
yeah,
yeah, like-
that corresponds to this.
Personally.
We do this.
So I noticed that all your programming is different on here than like our standard way we've been
Yes.
doing this. So what did you do?
Rid of this. There we go.
What is all this programming and how did you set that up?
So this is blocky. So. No. So when you're coming in here, you go here,
Uh-huh.
and then really, what it is identical to your playback.
It's just a different way to do it.
Yeah, so like this, you press your button to move it.
Yeah. And it records your position.
Yeah, it records your position. I want to get communicating. But the same thing you're doing here, you're just using the code, and then you like move it, you'll read your position, and then just put it in here.
Okay. Oh, so when yeah, those all say like move to
Yeah, and your
X, Y, and Z,
position.
and you type it in.
Yeah.
I see.
So to start it, you come up here and you go repeat while true, so it repeats forever. And then the get level input is just reading your input, and then if it equals the 1, which is on to a 5 volt, then it does this. Then at the end of the program, it delays a second to make sure it's done with that move, and then it sets one pin on and then back off to flash the light.
Okay, so let's look at these pins to see how you wired that up too, because that's, for me, that's like totally confusing. So you got a whole bunch of wires in here.
So
Does it matter what color these
no,
are?
the wires are just wires. So we got it coming out of port 10 of the
on your
VEX.
on your motor port.
Yes.
These are plugged into the motor port here, 9 and 10. Okay. And which pin are they on?
I think I'm pin 9.
Oh yeah, they're side by side on 9.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they come over here, and then whatever side's got the LED, there's 2 pins.
Yep.
They just plug in.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. They are directional, so if it doesn't work one way, switch it. They'll work the other way.
Okay.
And you see, I just plugged it in. It's happy.
Oh, so you're running the VEX with that too?
Yes. And then that goes through this board. It's just a relay. It just connects these 2 pins together. So this pin is EIO15, and this is your 5-volt down here.
Okay.
Your far left upper one, it's actually long. It's actually easy to find. That plugs in there, and this one goes to the far right one of that port.
Okay.
So.
All right. And
And
so, yeah, I see you got, yeah, that. So how come you don't need that pin in the middle there? The middle right.
I don't remember which pin that is. I think that was like your another output that I didn't need.
I see.
And then it goes into there, it runs through the code, it tells it if it's high or not. And then it comes back out through these wires, which is just power and ground. So when it turns it on, it flashes your light, it closes your relay, that runs it back to the VEX on a, you call it a touch button.
Okay. Yeah, like your
Yep.
limit or your bump switch.
Yep.
Okay.
So then it just goes into 2 outer pins there.
I see. Okay, yeah, and I can see that.
They're
Here.
spread.
You got these are these all in port 3? It looks like.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The middle one doesn't technically have to be there.
On your digital pin. Okay, so the middle one actually doesn't need to be there, but
No.
on the outer 2, you got those plugged into the digital, and that comes into here.
And it doesn't matter the direction.
Whether the brown is where the orange is,
Yes.
and vice versa.
Yep.
Okay.
Both sides. So.
All right. So now that you've got that hooked up, what's the bump switch or the the button doing?
The button, that's just starting the program at the beginning of the loop. So
Okay.
that's just a start, and then it does the rest.
Okay.
Let's pull up the VEX so you can see what's going on there.
And so this is your program for the whole system.
Yes.
Okay. And this somehow, oh, I see what you got. Okay, so now this is you specifying the like digital 12, digital 13, is that the Dobot?
Digital 13 is a Dobot.
Okay.
I have that under touch 3. No, I don't. Do I have that under? I guess it's touch 2. It's under touch 2, okay.
Because you've got 2 buttons on there.
Yeah, it's in port 2.
You got one there, and then
Yeah.
there's another one over there as well, right?
No, just this one. This one and this one. The other one is for a stop switch I had in there. Emergency stop.
Oh, okay, okay.
I pulled that out because I didn't need it. But so here's the main. So it sets the motor to the certain position it needs. And then it waits until the start button here is pressed.
Yep.
When that's pressed, it waits until the line gets to a certain position. And then when the pizza gets to a certain position, it runs the task to move it, and then it turns flashlight on for the Dobot.
Turning the flashlight on is what makes the Dobot go?
Yeah, it says turn flashlight on, and you just put it in Dobot port. So I have it in port 10, so Dobot is in port 10 as a flashlight.
I see. Because you just had to call it something.
Yes.
So you just chose flashlight since it's a digital.
Yeah.
input. Okay.
So then I just turn it to 50, so not all the way up, but somewhat up.
Yeah.
Delay a half a second, and then turn off.
Okay.
This could be a weight too. Like if you had weight 0.5, it'd be the same thing.
Gotcha.
And then it delays 2 seconds. I don't know what that's for. Oh yeah, just to make sure that it starts and does good. And then it looks for that sensor to be high. So then it looks for the sensor coming back from the Dobot to see if it completed its task, it sends the power back. Then when it does that, then it does the rest of the code.
Gotcha.
And restarts.
Can we run this thing once?
Sure.
So you hit start for that, so it knows to like be ready.
Yep. Then it just
For when
waits
you hit
for
the
that
button.
connection to be done. So I press on start button, so it starts the program. And I just it runs it and it starts going.
Cool.
It's gonna have an error in there. Go figure. It doesn't know where it's moving again. Get rid of this. Move this to here. When you get this error here, this right here,
What's it say? Error, move, invert, limit, or
Yeah.
something? Okay.
that means it tried to move somewhere it couldn't move.
Oh, okay.
So if you
Outside
just-
of its range.
Yep, just double click on that, clear alarm down here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Should go away, you can start your program again. And we're waiting again, and then you restart your back because it didn't see the Dobot going. And then press start button. Have to move out of the way too, so happy.
It's definitely a complicated process.
Yes.
And these are just kind of random positions at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then start it.
Okay.
And then it's waiting for another pizza, so you just
And it'll repeat.
it'll repeat.
And then this one will go, if we actually had this one on, it would drop something and then it would see the next
Yep.
sensor here. Okay.
You
Gotcha.
can watch on here when it stops. You see the light flash.
Oh, yeah. I saw it.
And same here.
Yeah, there it
There's
is.
the light.
Cool. Okay. Well, you are truly a wizard. Yeah, here, let's see. Okay, so you got this thing on remote control. What's the button to open and close those grippers?
So X opens, Y closes, and V stops the pump.
Okay. And you got all that. It's communicating with this little USB doodly bob on the back. Okay. That's pretty cool. And it's all just the joysticks.
Yep, just joysticks.